So now we are discussing another new topic. That new topic is sheet metal operation. That is very important topic. Gate asked question. Lot of questions Gate has already asked, and I request you all, if I have completed some chapter, suppose today I am going to complete your sheet metal operation. So same time you have to solve the gate 35 years of the gate question paper. If you find any difficulty, then you have to ask me. I am available always. Who this green color? Who made this green color? Please remove this. So 35 years of gate questions. That is your assignment. Chapter wise, topic wise. So now moving to the another topic, that is your sheet metal operation. Sheet metal operation. Sheet metal operations. So here we'll understand basic punching and blanking. So in these two things we'll understand die design, die and punch design, then force or cutting force, then power or energy, then shear, that is method to reduce power force, method to reduce force. So this is our topic. This we'll understand. So in sheet metal operation, basically punching and blanking will study, and in that punching and blanking, what is that punching operation, what is blanking operation, how do we design die or punch for punching operation, design of die and punch for blanking operation, then what is the cutting force, how much force will be required to cut the material to punch a hole or to blank, then energy, how much energy will be consumed, then one is called shear, that is method to reduce force, means you have a limited capacity press machine, can you do that? So how we can reduce the force, energy, power we cannot reduce, but yes, force we can reduce, and we'll understand that. So now I am discussing punching operation. Punching means here punching and blanking. So what is the difference sigma and sigma D? Parveen M. answer you have to check. Sir, is two formula for stress. There, yes, there are two formula. People, I think, having some doubt. What is the doubt? What is the doubt? Let me read. What is the doubt? Let me read your doubts. I will explain. No worry. Yeah. So Parveen, sir, is there two formula for stress? Yes, sir. Clear. But what is the answer? Okay. Then. Okay, sir. Stress is not there in equation of force. Okay. Ravichandran, right? That already cleared. People missed a class. Extrusion, you have, I wrote one formula, that is stress, the sigma d, that is the developed stress in drawing stress, or that we use same formula, sigma y 1 plus b divided by b 1 minus a final by a initial b. We use same formula here for extrusion. And another formula we use, sigma d is equal to, that is the developed stress, K extrusion constant, ln A initial by A final, and force, yes, different value. This is for mu is equal to 0. Mu is equal to 0, ideal force. Already discussed. Then force is equal to A initial into sigma. So we use this formula if K is given. If and B is equal to mu cot alpha. What alpha? Where when you have that semi-diagonal correction, this formula will be used. But if K is given, use this formula. Yes, two formula. Yes, already I discussed in wire drawing. Wire drawing, already we have discussed these things. So now I'm coming punching and blanking operation. Both are searing operation where material is to be cut, and the is, I mean, you have to cross that yield strength. You have to sear the material. Right now, you have to cut the material. It is both are searing operation. Right now, okay, fine. So we are discussing here searing. Searing means to cut. So you have blanking and you have punching or piercing. So we are cutting the material now. We have to cut the material. So in blanking and piercing, what is the difference? So searing, to cut the material. Right now, we in a universal testing machine, we get sigma yield point, sigma UTS. We don't get UTS. See, this we don't get. So we get this value. I am telling you, we get ultimate tensile strength value. We don't get from universal testing machine ultimate shear strength. We don't get ultimate shear strength. So ultimate shear strength you have to calculate. You have to correspond. You have to estimate. We'll discuss. But searing operation means to cut the material. And here force and area, resisting area, is parallel. But when it is normal stress, force and resisting area are perpendicular. So in punching operation, both are searing operation. This is also a searing operation. Searing, this is also a searing. Means you have to cut the material. Cutting, here you have to cut the material. But in punching an operation, whole is the product. Whole is desirable or product. Suppose you have one sheet like this. If you want to make a hole, you cut it. What you will get? You will get a hole and a sheet, a blank. This is your discarded material. Discarded material. And this is your waste. But this hole is required. That is our requirement. Then this operation is called is punching. Means in punching operation, hole is desirable, hole is the product, right? And this blank is waste material. But in blanking operation, so as I said, your blanking operation, punching operation, hole is your product. And here, if you want to get a sheet or a blank or a disc, suppose you want it blank or disc, you have to shear it. So this is your product, and this one is your waste. So in blanking operation, this is your product, this is your disc is your product, and this is your waste. This is your waste. But in case of hole, this is your product and this is your waste. So difference you understood? Now suppose if you want to make a, and what is the other difference? First difference, basic things you understood. Sometimes people confuses with the searing and blanking and punching. Don't confuse, because a small, even a objective question, if it is asked in a gate, because of the exam pressure and confusion, you do silly mistakes. You do very silly mistakes, and later on you feel like, oh, that was the biggest mistake I have made, right? So then other is, for blanking and for punching, we cannot use same punch and die. Means you have a die and punch. So some people think that this same punch we can use for blanking operation and punching operation. No, you cannot use. So for blanking operation, die and punch will be different, and for punching operation, die and punch will be different. We cannot use. So there are basic two difference. One thing you understood, that product and waste material, and die and punch. Other is the clearance. Clearance. Now we'll discuss clearance in details. So this is a general arrangement of a searing operation, punching and blanking operation. This is your general arrangement. So you have one die. then you have one punch, and then you are applying a force, whether it is mechanical force or hydraulic force. Hydraulic force, right? No, and you have one punch and you have your seat, your seat. So you apply force here, and the apply force is parallel to this area, parallel to this area. Suppose this is D, then pi D, T. T is the thickness of sheet, is your resisting area. Resisting area, and that is perpendicular to the force. Sorry, parallel to the force, to the force. And whenever there is a parallel force, I mean a force, and when force and resisting area is parallel, shear stress is developed. Shear stress develops. So this is a general arrangement of a punching or blanking operation. In a general week, I can say it is a searing operation. Searing operation. So you have a punch. It is made of hard material, and die is again a hard material, that is tungsten, or we can call it is tool material. It may be high speed steel, or it may be cementite, carbide, CBN, right? Now, design of punch and die for punching operation. Design of punch and die for punching operation. So we are going to design a die and punch for punching operation, or we call it is piercing operation. Piercing operation. So here hole is our requirement. Our requirement. Hole is our requirement. So here punch size means diameter meter will be equal to hole size. Means if you want to make a hole of 10 diameter 10 millimeter, this is our hole size, and that is our requirement. You have to select punch of same size, that is diameter 10 mm, and die will be bigger. Die will be bigger. How much bigger? It will be equal to punch size plus 2C, where C we called clearance, that we call clearance. So here you can see you have die and you have a punch. So punch is diameter is D, right? And this is your die, and that die diameter is equal to D plus C plus C. That is your C. That is your C. That is D plus 2C, where DP is your punch diameter, or we can say that is hole size plus 2C. It means that, and alpha is provided tapered for clearance. I mean, that is for easy removal of what you call waste material. If it is a punching operation, so waste material, I mean a blank or disc, so that it will easily remove. So force you have to apply, right? You have to force, you have to apply. And in the punching die design, and so it is very clear, again I am telling you, because in the examination people confuses with the blanking or punching, oh which one the size. So always you remember, in a punching operation, punch size is same as a hole size, because hole is our requirement, and die size will be bigger. Die size will be bigger. How much bigger? That is twice of the clearance. Now design for punch and die for blanking operation. So we have to design a punch and die, means you have to calculate diameter and diameter for blanking operation. So here blank, that is disc or blank, is our product requirement, or we can call it is product. So here die size will be equal to your blank size. Suppose you want to make it blank or disc of diameter 20 millimeter, then you have to select die of size 20 mm, diameter 20 mm, and your punch size will be equal to, punch size will be your smaller. How much is smaller? It will be your punch size will be smaller, and that punch size will be equal to die size or blank size minus 2C, where C again is clearance. And now what is clearance and why do we provide clearance, and how, clearance depends upon what? Let us understand that. So clearance basically C is equal to 0.0032 T and root under tau S millimeter. It means this clearance depends upon thickness of the metal, thickness of the strip, and tensile shear strength of the material. So basically clearance C is the function of thickness and tau S, means shear strength and, so basically clearance depends on, first is shear strength, second is your thickness. And if you know these two things, you can calculate clearance value using this relation. So it is very clear from this empirical relation. Higher the thickness, higher the clearance. Higher the shear strength, higher the clearance, means harder the material, bigger the clearance, thicker the material, higher the clearance. So it is very clear from this small relation, and it is in a, you have to put it in millimeter, Newton millimeter per square. Finally, it will give your millimeter. Then here I have written something. You can see this. Yes. Can everybody see this? So clearance is a, so clearance is a function of, so clearance is a function of thickness, type of material, whether it is hard or soft, or thickness, brass and soft steel. Generally, C is 5% of thickness. Medium carbon steel, you have, low carbon steel, medium carbon steel, and high carbon steel, ferritic steel, austenitic steel, and martensitic steel. So you have 6% of the thickness. For a hard steel, that is your 7% of the thickness. And aluminum, it is 7% of the thickness. Angular clearance, that is because relief is provided to enable the blank to clean, to facilitate the removal. So basically, it is clear from this. It is there in notes also. Hard the material, higher the clearance. Now, cutting force. Cutting force. Cutting force. So you have a, this is your punch. You are applying a force here, F, and this is your resisting area. So shear strength, shear stress, developed shear stress is equal to force divided by resisting area. So force divided by pi dt. You have to take this area, resisting area, that is, this is your pi d, and this is your t. You have to take this area, resisting area, that is parallel to force. So if you apply this much force, so this much force is resisted by this much area, and because force and area is parallel, shear stress develops. If you go on increasing the force value, if you increase, the shear stress will increase, and finally it will reach to the shearing strength. And material will break. Material will be cut. It is clear now? Am I audible to all? Sound whether fine? Okay, fine. So you have to understand this. So this, you are applying a force, and area is resisting area, that is parallel to the force. So shear stress is developed because by the definition, And when force and resisting area is perpendicular, both are normal to each other, then we call it normal stress. So you have varieties of stress, right? Now you have normal stress, shear stress, and finally you have a principal stress in that, right? Tensor, tau xy, tau yx, total 16 type of forces, stresses are there in a material. Anyway, so yeah, so when force increases, if you go on increasing the force, first you apply 10 Newton, 20 Newton, 100 Newton, 1000 Newton. So shear stress will be more now, and it will reach to the limiting value, limiting value, and that is your ultimate shearing strength where material will be cut, it will be shear. So tau s, that we call shear strength, is equal to force by pi dt, means material got cut. So F is equal to tau s pi dt, means you need this much force to cut the material. If you know this and diameter and thickness, you can calculate force required to cut the material. You can estimate force required to cut the material. Now, for both, whether it is punching or blanking, same F is equal to pi dt tau s will be used. Only difference is your die and punch. Die and punch are different. But cutting force will be same. Cutting force is same. Cutting force is same. Now, this one is not your ultimate ultimate normal stress or yield strength, because sometimes, because this is not measurable, in the tensile test, in universal testing machine. UV proportional limit, elastic limit, low upper yield point, lower yield point, right? Then you have a ultimate stress, then you have breaking point. We never get tau, we don't get shear strength, so shear strength you have to estimate from sigma uts in numerical problem. We'll discuss where we will find that tau s. You have to estimate, or it is given in a problem. It is given in a problem. So don't confuse sigma yield point or sigma uts. This we get from testing, tensile testing in a universal machine. Why I am telling it again and again? Because GATE has asked many times and people used this one and finally got wrong answer. So I repeat it and I am telling you again and again. Now energy, we have estimated, right? Now we'll estimate the energy because when you attempt a gate question, so gate is basically interested in your three laws: mass, momentum, energy. Means even in a manufacturing engineering they are involved in a stress, force, energy, power, like that. So here again that how much energy is required to cut energy, energy required to cut or to sear. How much energy is required to cut or sear? That we'll understand. Because this energy part is very important. We have already discussed arrangement of, yes. Let me check. It is there in my notes. Fine. So we are talking about energy requirement. To cut or punch or blank, all are same, right? Now energy required. So force we have estimated, force is equal to tau S pi dt. Actually, when somebody asked what is the question they have asked. No, no. I am talking about the energy first. I am talking about the energy and power. Both are different. Both are different. Energy and power both are different. Rate form of energy is power. Rate form of energy is power. Somebody asked, if you ask any question, make it public. Okay. So here I am talking about the energy. No, I am not talking about the power. Rate form of energy is power. So basically power and energy both are different. So I am talking here energy, not power. So force is applied. You can see it is a punch and it travels. Punch, penetrate, it moves, punch penetrates, and we call it is punch travel. That is here KT, where K is nothing, it is a constant. If K is 0.2, it means KT is 0.2T. It means 20% of thickness is your punch travel or penetration. So here KT is the treble, punch treble, and it breaks finally. And is alpha, that is to clear the blank. Blank will come out here. So KT is the punch treble. So force into punch treble, punching force and punch treble. So work done is equal to force into distance. So here we call it is actually punching force into punch travel or penetration. So here punching force, this is your punching force, tau s pi dt into kt. Kt is your punching travel. So generally K will be given or 5% of T. It means K is 0.05, right? So you can calculate work done. That is equal to pi dt into kt. Up to this, anybody is any doubt? Please ask. If you have any doubt, please ask. Up to this, if anybody is having any doubt, you can ask. You please ask. You have any doubt? Requesting all to ask your doubt. Yes, I can read doubts. Clear. Okay, fine. Anybody, any doubt? You are free to ask any questions because I teach to the point. Basically, I attack on the heart of the subject and heart of the topic. Shear stress area in which you are talking pi dt. Does we apply pi dt kt? Yes, yes. If it is mentioned, you have to apply. But resisting area, we are talking about the resisting area. So KT is, if it is mentioned, then we can apply. Very good question. Very good question. I liked. One is your KT and one is your pi dt, pi dkt. This is a resisting area. This is not your resisting area. This is not your resisting area. So we always use this one. Resisting area. KT is your punch travel. Punch table. K, we will not use this area. F is equal to tau s pi d kt. We will not use this until it is mentioned. It is mentioned. Clear? What exactly it is punch table? Very good. What exactly it is punch travel? Amal has asked one question. What exactly is punch travel? Fine. Very good, Amal. Keep on asking. If you don't ask, I will not reply. If you want to get best from me, then you have to ask question. If you want to get best from me, then you have to keep on asking problem. Because yeah. So here it starts penetrating, right? This is your full thickness and this is your KT. So once it presses, Parveen, you can get from me or you can buy it from Ace Academy. You can buy 35 years of gate question from me, that is 9746110440, or you can get it from chapter wise or topic wise. That is your Ace Academy, Ace Academy online, chapter wise. Only this, no made easy, no made easy, only Ace Academy online you can purchase. Fine. So Amal, here what happens when it travels, before punch travels this T, even if it travels only 30% or 40%, this material starts breaking because of this lattice structure. And when material fails or surrender, it gets cut. So basically, flow of material starts at 20% and 30%. No need to penetrate full. That is the thing. So here we solve one problem. What is that problem? A compound die is used to blank large washer out of aluminum sheet stock 3.2 mm thick. The outside diameter of the water nut, that is washer, is and inside diameter is 30 mm. let me solve this problem first, then again I will allow you to ask doubts. Punch table will discuss now again in that how to reduce force. So a compound die is used to blank large washer out of aluminum sheet stock of 3 mm thickness. So thickness is given to you, that is 3.2 mm. Outside diameter of the washer is 65 mm. So our aim is to make a washer, right? And our aim is to make a washer, and washer outer diameter is 65 mm and inside diameter is 30 mm, 35, 30 mm. So this is our requirement, aim. So we have to make a washer of this thickness. Determine, we have to determine, we have to first punch and die size for first. You have one sheet like this. So to make a washer, first operation is blanking. Means you have to take a sheet, you have to blank a stock or disc of size 65 mm. Once you got this blank, once you got this blank, second operation is punching. Means you have to punch. So this is your sheet, first operation. Then second operation is punching. You have to remove, right? This is your waste and this is your hole is your product. So finally first this blank is product, second one is hole is your product. Yes, what is the question? Sir, you have, what is that CV? Sir, if you have, please give. Yes, I will give. I will send you all. I will send you all. I will send you. I will send. I will send. So yes, clear. It is in a blanking. We are going to make a washer. We are going to make a washer, and for that washer, first operation is blanking. We have to make a blank. Then you have to make a hole. You cannot punching operation. Second operation is punching, and finally this. And for this, you have to design. You have to punch. You have to blanking operation. First is your blanking operation. Then second is your punching operation. Right? Then you have to calculate blanking force, punching force. So punch and die. Punch and die size in blanking.